Greetings, everyone. You have your ticket? You don't have one? No problem. You know the drill. Hey, guys, DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey, I just want to take a couple of minutes and bring something to your attention that you may have heard. Maybe you haven't heard it yet. But here's a truism. Whenever something is happening overseas, and when I mean by overseas, I'm talking about mainly Europe, to a lesser degree, Australia. But whenever something is happening in those countries, and maybe even China will be included, Russia, which is, okay. That is an indicator to you that it will be visiting, your homeland real soon. Talking about here, Turtle Island, United States, okay? And right now, this is what's going on in Australia. The banking system in Australia is now actually redirecting, individuals who have mortgages with their banks to food banks for food. Now, you heard me correctly. They're redirecting them to food banks for food. Now, you may ask DFG, why would they be doing that? And then second, why is that important? Well, why they're doing it is because of the fact that the homeowners, talking about middle class, upper middle class, and even so-called, what you call white collar, individuals, have so much debt right now. They're in such a financial burden and squeeze right now that they're literally directing them to food banks, and then the banks are financing food banks so that the people who have loans with the banks won't default on their loans. That's how desperate the economy has gotten in Australia. And I bring that to your attention because that's exactly what you're going to see right here in America in the very foreseeable future, coming to your country real soon. And you've heard me talk about it before, that don't trust the stock market. The stock market is a bubble. It's being inflated. They're doing a lot of inside trading, inside, managing, moving money around. It's almost like a shell game. It's a financial Ponzi scheme centered on a shell game. And I guarantee you, when they're finished with this, every single dollar that you have invested inside of any of these banking institutions are going to be gone. Unless you're at that 1%, maybe that top 10%, all of your money is going to be gone. They're going to wipe you out, I'm telling you. Now, that may not happen this year. It may not happen next year. But it's going to happen if you continue to allow yourself to be duped and manipulated. I watch a lot of these platforms that come on, these YouTube platforms. And it really angers me when I listen to them because, they get on there and they talk this whole, because the economy's crashing. Buy silver, buy gold, buy gold. And I'm listening to that. I said, you guys, and I left in some of their comments, I just pretty much told them, you guys are a bunch of fucking crooks. I said, because what you're to be doing is that you're hyping up everybody using scare tactics to get them to invest in silver and gold, because you're invested in silver and gold, and it's going to raise your investment. Instead of really genuinely caring about people and telling them, what good is silver and gold if the economy crashes? Especially the global economy. The United States dollar drives this global economy. I don't give a damn what anybody tells you. And if you don't think it does drive the global economy, then go ask Gaddafi, what's his name? The one, Saddam Hussein. Go ask those guys. Of course, you're going to have to visit them, in the cemetery, because they tried to manipulate, or not manipulate, they tried to break away from the dollar and start using a different type of currency to do business. And they both ended up dead. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This system that you're looking at, this dollar, this fiat currency, it's going to fall apart. And investing in gold and investing in silver means nothing if there's nothing to invest in. That's my greater point. So don't listen to these idiots and take your money and tie your money up into that. You need to tie your money into having, supplies, goods, what I'm saying, that will carry you through a serious event. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If in a situation where this global economy crashes, and on top of that, some type of catastrophic event goes along with that, a can of corn that can be worth an ounce of gold. I guarantee you that. And any of you guys who know the scripture aspect, it tells you that in the scripture. Go read Revelation chapter 6. It tells you, about the weights and how much things or how much inflation is going to drive the price up on goods. So here's what I'll tell you. Instead of going and spending your money and putting your money in the hands of these crooks, then go take your money and go buy you some supplies. All right? Because those supplies are they're going to have, the value of those supplies is going to be 100 times the value of gold and silver and dollars or dinars or whatever the hell currency you want to look at. By the way, if you don't believe me, let somebody starving to death will come and give you any damn thing that they have to eat. So that's your real currency is going to be in food and supplies. You know what I'm saying? Things that are preserved, that can last for years. We talked about that, rice and beans. Making sure you have some method of warming those things up, cooking those things. That's where your real assets should be. That's the future asset. It's going to be in commodities, tangibles, not in some fake, economic system. You know what I'm saying? Financial system that was set up by a small group of people to make all of us slaves. Forever, I might add. And if you continue to invest in that, when this thing crashed, they're going to walk away because they're already safe. They've already got all the reserves. And I guarantee you, food supplies, things that can last them for 1,000 years. They already have that stuff. You follow me? What they're doing now is dangling carrots over our heads to get us to to continue to give the last few pennies we have. It's kind of like what they claim Marie Antoinette said during the French Revolution when the people were begging, for bread. She said, tell them to go eat cake. They were starving to death, and that was her answer to it. In all truth, she didn't really say that, but that was accredited to her. But that's their mentality. That's their mentality going to be to each and every one of you if you're not prepared. You're saying, I don't have anything. And say, well, that's your problem. Go eat cake. In other words, go eat shit. Excuse my language, guys. Sometimes you just got to talk like adults. Sometimes adults got to, add a little energy to it. One of my videos, like someone commented about exaggerating things, and I respect the fact that he was correct, that we need to be careful that we don't put more emphasis on something than we should, because that's what I just accused those crooks of doing. But there's every now and then there needs to be a shout out. There needs to be some type of alarm, that really says, hey guys, we got a problem. Get ready for this problem. Okay, deal with this problem. So in that regard, that's why I'm saying to you, be prepared. You don't want to be in somebody's food bank, getting food from the food bank because you're starving to death, because you can't eat. You follow me? Because they want your mortgage money more than they want, your family to be healthy and be whole. All right? So just a little, advice to you. Take it, leave it. It's up to you. But you heard it. Okay, be prepared. Talk to you soon. Bye now.